Welcome to another edition of Insight Podcast with Watch Times. My name is Vincent. Today, we're discussing
one of the most important topics in Nigeria's political history. The truth about federalism, YES, and how a true federal system works. Why Nigeria faces governance challenges. What is a true federal system of government? And why do many Nigerians argue that the country has not fully operated such a system? Let's begin.
Federalism is a system of government where power is constitutionally shared between a national government and regional governments,
Such as states or provinces. The goal is simple. No single level of government should control everything. Each level has clearly defined responsibilities and enough authority to carry them out. Countries such as United States, Canada, Germany, and Australia are often cited as examples of functioning federal systems, although each has its own unique structure. The basic idea is that decisions should be made as close as possible to the people they affect.
The real question is, what makes a true federal system? A true federation usually has several key features.
First, the federal and state governments each have powers protected by the Constitution. Second, states have meaningful control over many local matters such as education, healthcare, agriculture, local policing in some federations, and economic development.
Third, regional governments can often raise significant revenue through taxes and other lawful means, while sharing some revenue with the national government. Fourth, courts help resolve disputes between the different levels of government.
Finally, local governments are usually accountable to the states or are structured according to each country's constitutional arrangement.
Nigeria's federal system. Nigeria is officially called the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Nigeria Constitution establishes a federal system with a federal government,
36 states, and the Federal Capital Territory. However, many constitutional scholars, political leaders, and civil society groups argues that Nigeria's federation is highly centralized. Among the issues they often raise are: 1. Heavy dependence of many states on monthly allocations from the Federation account. Significant powers concentrated in the federal government. 2. Federal control over major natural resources, including petroleum and natural gas. Security largely managed through a single national police force. Supporters of the current arrangement
Argue that a strong central government helps preserve national unity and coordinate development across a diverse country. Critics argue that greater decentralization could improve accountability, innovation, and local development. Why do many states depend on the federal government?
One of the biggest debates is revenue. Oil income has historically provided a large share of government revenue. This revenue is collected centrally and shared among the federal, state, and local governments according to constitutional and statutory formulas. Because internally generated revenue differs
one state to another, many states rely heavily on these allocations. Critics say this reduces incentives for states to diversify their economies.
Others respond that revenue sharing is necessary because of regional inequalities and differences in economic capacity. Security is another major issue in discussions about federalism. Nigeria has one national police force. Some people advocating
State police, arguing that locally accountable police may respond more effectively to community security challenges which on the pipeline.
Others worry that state police could be misused by state governments unless strong safeguards are in place. The debate continues. The resource control has also been a long-standing issue. Some believe states should retain a larger share of revenues from resources produced within their territories, has remained a major constitutional question. Can true federalism solve all of Nigeria's problems? Federalism alone is not a cure for every challenge.
Even countries with strong federal systems still face corruption, political disagreements, economic downturns, and security issues. Many analysts argue that good governance depends not only on constitutional structure, but also on transparent institutions. Accountability, independent courts, respect for the rule of law, and active citizen participation.
Federalism is about sharing power responsibly. Nigeria already operates a federal constitutional system, but there is ongoing debate over whether more powers should be devolved to states.
Some believe deeper decentralization would encourage competition, innovation, and local accountability. Others believe maintaining a relatively strong
Federal government is important for national stability and equal development. Whichever view one holds, improving governance requires responsible
leadership, effective institutions, transparency, citizen engagement, and faithful implementation of the law.
If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, share it with your friends, and join the conversation. What do you think? Should Nigeria devolve more powers to the states?
Or should the current federal structure remain largely as it is? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and keep asking questions.